But there is life in the market if you're, being honest with people and telling them that their price is way out of whack and that they're never going to sell for that number and that they need to get it on at a price that the market feels like it's worth. I don't see why you can't sell a house right now.
This episode of the Under the Table podcast is brought to you by Shrubs.me, your all-in-one digital hub. Share files, links, videos, and more from one beautiful customizable page. Picture a cross between Dropbox, Linktree, and Patreon. Get your free account with 2.5 gigabytes of cloud storage today at Shrubs.me.
I got multiple offers and sold a property over asking last night.
Well, this seems to be, hold on a sec. Multiple offers. Yes, I do remember you saying that. And
priced it aggressively low. But I priced the other properties like low and like nothing really happened.
Aggressively
People
low.
were just we're not really that interested. But it was a unique property that you couldn't find anywhere else.
People don't appreciate it when people like you price things aggressively low, trying to bid up the price. It
wasn't to try to bid up the price of the value of the property. It was just to be able to satisfy the seller that this was the most amount of money that the properties was worth, because they were listed for a much higher price before for like a year and they weren't selling. And so I said, well, let's get some offers and let's get people to make sure that they are going in at their best price, meaning, remove conditions. We got a firm offer. They went to their max budget. We pushed a couple times and they said, no, that was our max budget. There was 2 offers that were we took the lower offer by a little bit because it was firm. So
but hold on a sec. Let's backtrack. So we took somebody who didn't have success with somebody else for quite some time at a much higher price.
Yes.
That price was in line with peak pricing or was below peak pricing, or where was that at?
Obviously, it was more in line with peak pricing than it was today.
Well, but okay, fine. But but what, was it 10% off a peak, 15% off a peak? Now what happened? Give us some reference point, because
they probably could have got 1.5 for that property, but they sold it for 1.15. They had it listed around 1.4, 1.35 before. So they'd come down a little bit, but just the area didn't support it. The area had houses that were between 800 and $1,050,000. So they had the biggest house. But you can't just ask hundreds of thousands of dollars more and expect people want to shop in that area with that kind of budget. They're not used to it. They look around and they go, these people are crazy. So we put it at $1 million. And so $1 million is in the range. That's what everyone will come and look at. And then they go, wow, this is a big house. And then once people started to digest it, because the house was built for a family with 9 kids, the house is very unique. It's got 3 kitchens. It's got a 3-bedroom on the top floor, 3 bedrooms on the main floor, 2 bedrooms in the basement. It's designed for a big family, and the family who bought it has 16 people living with them.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
I thought it was a typo. I don't know. They got brothers and sisters and cousins and uncles and aunts and the gardener. Oh. But bottom line is, good family. They needed the property. They needed something unique, and so they were the ideal buyer. So the sellers are happy. It was an estate sale.
Where are the buyers from? What do they do for a living?
Like, you want to know their nationality? Is that what
part of it? Well,
I never saw them, but I would say European or South American.
European or South American? Yeah. How do you mix that up?
Well, it's like doesn't matter.
One of them Spanish sounding, or there's a mix?
European or South American. So I don't know. But the other part is
not from India, though.
Not Indian.
Not Indian.
Not Sri Lankan. Not Chinese. Yeah.
Okay, that's shocking. Yeah.
No, that's a big family. So anyway, it's long story short is, it's a happy ending there. It was almost like I forgot what I was doing. I'm just like, hold on, what do you mean you want to register an offer? Don't you know there's already one registered? What do you mean you want to put another one in? And then the third guy came in here. I'm like, hold on a second. There's already 2. And then the third guy came in and his offer was not so great, but the other 2 were great.
So you ended up with 3 offers.
Yeah.
3 offers. One of them not so great. 2 of them workable.
I got a little bit of a buzz right now. I mean, I got this one place that's been on the market for, I got lots of places that have been on the market forever, but 2 places in particular are, one's a power sale. The other one's a commercial property that store retail, restaurant type of stuff on the main floor, apartment on top. And that one there's potentially has an offer coming in. And then the condo power sale I've got, the lady's typing up an offer right now too. So that's good. And then I got an offer on the big one, but that hasn't gone together yet. So I don't want to talk about that until that's until that's in the bed.
I feel like
But
your answer has nothing to do with my question, but
I
you're
forgot what the
lucky.
question was. What
Well,
was it?
so did I. So
Okay,
you're
good.
lucky, but I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure I'm listening to something that didn't answer my question. But that's okay.
I
You have a
purposely did
list.
that. I
You have a
purposely did that.
list. Yeah,
I
you'd
purposely
like
did
to.
not answer the question.
You have an agenda.
I'll
Okay.
admit that.
Okay. But you
So I'm
don't
not
remember the
I'm not
question.
saying so the market's down for sure, 100%. Um,
Are you
but
answering my
there's
question now? Do
but
you
there is
remember what it
life.
was?
I don't remember what it was.
Okay.
But there
Okay.
is life in the market. So, if there's a strategy, if you're looking at everything possible, if you're doing as much as you can, if you're, being honest with people and telling them that their price is way out of whack and that they're never going to sell for that number and that they need to get it on at a price that the market feels like it's worth, I don't see
Yeah.
why you can't sell a house right now.